there's any time before you would go into a serious key, you'd pick your wool parameter. Make sure you actually get wool para, then you can start. There we go. Alright, this is gonna be a video about a Court of Stars 27. I haven't done a video about COS before. I've been meaning to for ages. But I just haven't. Before actually starting, I'll go the route real quick. I'll actually open it up full screen. And here you can see I'll add the route into the comments, not comments, description. And I've got everything you need to get the buffs and whatever they do. There's also a funny thing as well, is if this one is up, if the engineering orb is up, you will probably only have one mini boss to spawn and you're gonna have to kill 2 enforcers. So it might be good to know. You could adjust the route then. sorry. Could adjust the route then. Right, back to the video and we'll watch it through. Playing this with a rogue, a Boomy, and a Shadow Priest, and then an Evoker Healer. You can see at the start we're sapping the guard. This is just so we all can run past without having to pull it. Then we're going up, waiting for Shadow Priest because he's slow. Then we're shrouding past, and we're going docks. This is not the best route, but this is what we've been playing. And definitely optimize this still further. This way we get a efficient lust. Here you want to shockwave. Stop the frontals, you can also dodge them. Quelling Strike is a stun if it hits you and almost a one shot. The Charged Blast from the energy is a one shot for sure if you don't mitigate it. I think it can be reflected, but you can also avoid it. As soon as everything but the guards is dead, we should be moving on to the sentry. I'm just stacking them up and position them for the sand dune. Moving to the sentry, I'm placing hamstringing it. Hamstringing it. Slow it down, stunning. I'm telling everyone to try to focus it, please. Then on the next sentry, I'm going to reflect it, I believe. I'm going to wait until reflect this up, and it's coming up right about now. Perfect. I'll taunt it, and then we're gonna let it run to the pillar, and it's gonna start casting. And we've got a range to kick it. So then it's just gonna come running back into us. Which is nice. I think we can also speed this up a bit. Sorry, I'll do it on the side. Here it's a bit naughty without a shaman or with 3 ranged kick timers. Since we're rotating on the charge station. Most of the times I'm calling for the healer to be dispelling the suppress rather than kicking it. So we can save kicks. And we're doing the same thing with the next sentry. I'm reflecting it. I think I'm reflect pulling it and then let it run to the beacon. So I'm sorry about my voice, I don't know what's wrong. Letting it run to the beacon. I'm just playing this area safe because if you let one charge station through on this mob, it's down the drain. Now I reflected, I pulled, and it's running to the pillar and someone's kicking it. Watch out for the mana worms when they die as well. And this charge smash, it's not really a frontal, it's more like a tank AoE, so wherever the tank is, it's gonna be like a 5-yard circle around him, I think. We can go even faster. 1.2. Taking both sentries here, and we're also taking the guard from inside the building to the left. Watch out to not pull the cats to the right. Pull these, sorry. Cats on fortified weeks are no fun at all. And you could wait for effect here, but usually it just wouldn't be worth it. way we're doing this is we're kidneying the saber to begin with, then we vortex it, and it should be dead before it casts again. And we're pulling the guard in a second, just moving a bit, and I pull it, and we kill the sentry to drop Andrew in here, and then we move on to the next pack. You mean this? This is Prot. I'm gonna come play a key after this video, I'm just making a video about it. Again, watch out for the charge blast, kick the construct's charging station. And on the boss, we are just moving forward. We know what's going on here. On the boss, we're pulling one side pack, but the patrol is over there right now. So if I pull them, we're gonna get the patrol in as well. And we don't want that. So I will pull them after this, then I'm leaping over. I'm being a bit slow here. With a Shadow Priest, this boss is really free. Because you can have mass dispels for every one of these routes. Otherwise you jump, right? Just jump. But it fucking hurts. No fun. After a boss is dead, I've assigned a healer to do the skip. Run through and activate the gate at the start. Gonna fast forward this boss. What I should be doing now, we could have, for a more efficient route, we could have pulled this the other way around, which I think we'll be doing in the future. For 28 we would have to do that to save time, is we would turn these things around. So we would pull this before and then pull this later on with the boss, like at this point where we're now in the video. The reason I'm playing this pack is because look at how much percentage that is, like 10.2%, and it's fucking free. But you might as well play that with boss. It's just one Arcanist to kick. Speeding through this. So the way we're doing it now is we're running up to the left side, healers running through, opening the gate, and once we've finished the pull, gate is open and we can mount up and run back to the start. This pull by itself is just free, 10%, but the guards do take some time. Yeah, precisely time. I fuck up. That's actually interesting because... Oh no, I'm being blind. I'm just seeing the first frontal, not the second one. My bad. However, let's just speed past this. Mounting up, we're going back to the start. See, the issue is that he was fast enough to actually go through, come back. So that's a time waste. That's what we want to save. Could play something else for sure, or just be going back to the start, waiting the other way around whilst doing everything with boss would be better. I'm taking the imps in first, and the plan is to reflect, but I think Bobby got in combat, yeah. So we're stunning, and we also got the Inquisitor in. This is pretty spicy, because you have to kick the, sorry for the ams, you have to kick that and stun the Ice Storm. You have to kick the Daring Glares, whatever they're called, and stun the Ice Storm. I spell block to be safe. If I spell block, I don't have to watch for the Mistress cast, and I'll just survive it anyways. We did harbor from the start. I don't know, we usually do that instead, but I think in the future we're gonna do it later on. We pull this, and we also have something more going on. So this ended up being pretty spicy, but it was more than fine. Sharing with him. Hey Papa, what's up? We also, as you can see, we've got the book. The book is 5%. What the orb he just took is 10% crit, I think. Let me see to make sure. 10% crit, and the book is 5% damage reduction. So we want to take that before doing the mistress. I'm good. How are you? Oh, nice. So we're pulling the Inquisitor, and I think we chain into the Enforcer. But we don't want to risk this, like timer is more than fine. We don't want to play too crazy. Just a massive chunk, those, whatever it's called, the flashes from the mistress. We got the book. I should be pulling in the Enforcer, but it's also a very bad position. It feels like a very uncomfortable position. Toasters. Are you eating toasters, Papa? Due to the Sandrian puddle, I'm pulling this way. Of course. I just had some bread as well. And we've got Trap to spawn a mini-boss with, as well as Bazaar Goods. Bazaar Goods is IRC, tailoring, Rogue Warrior. We're just finishing the Enforcer. A little small neat trick is that if you're keeping it very close to the wall, like here, and then you're positioned at the same position on the other side of the corner, you can auto attack through the wall. That's a small positive. So without the book, we would probably need offensives for every single one, which is why we're also lusting this. But one positive thing, one thing you could consider for whenever you're getting up to this high keys, that it would start one-shotting you, is a file called File of Icy Preservations. This file makes you take 6% less damage at full health, but also 6% more damage whilst beneath 50. So for a 28, we would probably have to use that. We're in an elevator. I'm just making words in an elevator, mate. Hope that's alright. I did the Bazaar Goods, could have done them 5 seconds earlier. Here it's a bit naughty rotating kicks as well, since it's only 2 melee kicks. We can't do a full rotation, so it's me, Camo into a ranged kick, and then me and Camo again into another ranged kick, and then me and Camo again into another ranged kick, but not a big deal. This shit also hurts in case you get many on you, or we have to use something. I'm just speeding through this as well. We're going to the other side because we need the trap to spawn the last mini boss. Doing imps first because they are very annoying whenever they would come running in and I don't know, just run into you, right? I'm reflecting, and then I would beam actually. And we're distracting the Enforcer here, and we're pulling the pack up. So I then later can safely go for the trap. So this is gonna be really good timings, by the way. A bit naughty because I don't have aggro on the mistress to begin with, and then he'll use it again. But I stunned the Inquisitor as I was supposed to do. I'm just blasting. And as soon as I feel okay, I can leave the Inquisitor to the others right now, I'm going for the trap to activate that. Which is now. And then I'm also telling other people to go and stack up towards this side very far, because the Enforcer is gonna come and he's gonna rotate that way. Gonna path that way, sorry. So I'm pulling it into the trap for the little damage spike to begin with, and also 25% damage they can increase. And he's gonna leap to one of us now. And the Inquisitor, no, not Inquisitor, the Enforcer is moving as far as like this bush here. I want to go a bit further even. And we've got a bit extra count now, because we had everything to begin with. But this route is gonna be adjusted a bit for the next one. No, I can show that after we've gone through the entire key. You can safely stand in that jump, by the way, as a tank or as a DPS if you don't have enough range to attack it whilst jumping. We lusting not this boss, we lusted the mini boss, right? Here I'm always calling for one major stop and then one backup stop in case there's two cars going off of themes. So this first one would be my shockwave if it is needed. It is. And I'm forgetting constantly that we've actually got beam, but I could always use my shockwave before beam. I think we're beaming this one. Gotta be careful though, if you beam that one might be outside and it might not get hit. You might have to be ready to kick that or stun that or something. I also actually think that in COS you could play different talents, by the way. I think it could be worth playing concussive blows, ITF, and on a tyrannical week you can consider playing tough as nails as well. Or maybe going bolster if you want to be defensive, or even bloodborne. But this is also just rinse and repeat. And I think I wasted my shockwave there, but rather safe than sorry. And we're being really fucking lucky because we're beaming again in 2 turns. Now we're beaming. And one is outside and I'm not getting to kick that or stun that. I should have just shockwave. This is not beam. When is it? The beam really here? And that cast. We must have done another court. Welcome back, cheap. Maybe we're actually getting another. No, we're not. Never mind. Boss is dead. Take our disguises and we run through. Pick up some clues. We are having shitty clues, but we're actually managing quite alright. At least finding it pretty quick. found it already. It's a huge time save. Or non-time loss. I'm just gonna pass through this. At this level as well, we are very close to getting one shot by the volley. Without the damage reduction, some people would definitely get one shot by the volley from this guy. That way, if we wouldn't have CDs on pull, or they would line up with last, we would last this guy instead of last boss. But we're just popping CDs here. First one we use personal defensive, second one is going to be Zephyr, and so forth. Please shield on whoever needs it, and we also have the evoker shields and so forth. I'm stunning the majority of the bats because, well, the least damage. So me putting GCDs into that makes sense. You might want to consider how you time your reflects here. It's actually massive amounts of healing that he's doing. When it goes through, and I think the next one is going through. How much healing is that actually? 4%, 5%. I think that's a lot. I wonder if it helps if I actually mitigate it, if he's actually healing or whatever. And 430 is more than enough time to kill this boss. To do everything rest. Like, this is a fortified week and I think we used 2 minutes 37 seconds to kill it. We got lost from the start, and since it's lining up with thundering perfectly, we're lusting the start. Being a bit slow though, the thundering. I mean, it should have popped already, but it's coming about now.
I'm popping off!
Just don't die.
I'm popping off! We're having the druid debate. We're getting pretty shitty stun circles here, so Camus is clearing them already. And as long as you have coordination with your healer, you can also soak them as a tank. But as a DPS, I don't think it's worth the DPS loss. And that's scored 27, basically. You can see we're really chilling on time, but we also have very high overall from the boomy, I would say, compared to what most boomies do in this key. I haven't looked at efficiency of the damage from this key. I'm doing a bit low overall myself, and of course we're getting a 28 tempo out of this, by the way. So before finishing the video, I will actually also try to make a new route. I'm actually gonna use this old one just because I have all the marks in. And I think we would start off with this path, just reflecting that and running in, going into the construct, probably pulling that. We don't have to, no, we don't have to pull that now. We take the Mono Worms insta. As soon as other things are dead, can chain this in. Gonna be hard though. No, we wouldn't do that. Just go again like this. And we chain that into this app. Then we play this over here. Could play this with a saber even if we wanted to with the right side pack, but we're probably just chaining the two guards into this. And I'd run up and get this pack. Chain this in later. Bobby runs through, going back, doing docks, and we lost pull here. The issue about chaining this in from the start is that you're not gonna have much things to just pick up breath insta with, and there's no rush in killing this. You can just, you know, cleave it down. Doing imps, do the Inquisitor. Probably this one if it's up. Then the Enforcer. This is very much playable together. We'll play this. That's too much. This. Other options about this is skipping both of these. No, it's not. But let's say you don't have a book, then you play that and the patrol instead. As well as that. It is very few times that this would line up. See if you don't have a trap. You gotta be very quick pulling that if you actually want it to be efficient. The engineering orb, we'd have both enforcers. There we would be way more careful. Let's consider it. We're doing imps, right? That must kind of. We're doing the Inquisitor. This is not necessarily a must, but it's really naughty. Probably not that. Play the Enforcer, then a mini boss. We would obviously do that before, then mini boss. With nothing, we're not taking that into anything. 10, 11. Then imps probably. Then Enforcer. A bit weird In general, it seems like that guard is gonna be a waste. But he really does nothing, so... Thinking I run like this? No, it's not worth it.